Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static, electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today, this morning, I'm gonna talk a little on kindness and practicing compassion and how it can help you to connect with the totality of things and how it can also bring in progression to your life. Okay, so let's get right into this. Um, Compassion, kindness is a very, very necessary thing when it comes to our lives because kindness and compassion are deeply rooted within our being. Okay, in fact, this living in center with your being is going to have you deeply compassionate or deeply kind uh, for everything, okay, or within yourself. And this is why it's very, very vital to us. Um, I want to say it even goes beyond survival and survival instinctually. Um, Within us, compassion goes beyond even this, which is very, very primal to us. So something even more primal or something beyond primitiveness is compassion and kindness. Okay, and this is found whenever you start coming into your center more often. Okay, and these are deep states of compassion. Within this deep state of compassion, you are also going to be able to find the oneness of all things. It's within that oneness actually that you are going to inevitably be able to or increase your ability to be kind to others or compassionate to others, okay, as though they are you because they are you. All right, do not do anything unto another person that you would not do unto yourself. This is the law. Don't do anything to anybody that you don't want happening to you. Would you trash talk yourself for no reason? You would not. So why would you do this to another person? Um, you are literally one. You're one being. You're one person. So you can, if you're in this and you're doing this to other people's, you need to be able to experience that from a state of oneness, okay, in order to really feel the effect of the harm that you're causing to another person, if that makes any sense. It's understandable because there is traumas that have come with us, so you can't always expect yourself to be able to flawlessly achieve a state of pure compassion all the time, because there's blockages and there's trauma and there's you got to deal with your shadow, and your shadow may be it may be untamed. There's a deeper side of our personality that is untamed a lot of the time, so you would want to understand that if you can't actually attain to the deep states of compassion, what you can do is you can start understanding the parts of yourself that do feel as though they cannot attain to states of compassion. So you just start making the parts of yourself that are more malicious, conscious, and as you're able to do this, as you're able to bring consciousness into the states of malice, you are able to go into that. And within those states of malice, you're going to start opening up what is actually there. And you can then realize that it's because there may be some sort of trauma, or there may be some damage or blockage that is there within your energetical system that isn't allowing you to flow to your heart chakra, which is causing a disruptancy in the center of your being, because the heart is the center of the being. Okay, and it's within the center of the being that you're going to find that oneness, or that you're going to find that interconnectedness, that you're going to find that deep state of compassion that is permeating everything, and energetical blockages can keep you away from this, and this can keep you in malice. This can keep you in suffering. So what you want to do is you want to start looking at your malice. Start looking, or start accepting that you're malicious towards people. If you're here, if you can't understand why you're just in so much pain, or you're suffering, or you're just why you're always dealing with traumas, you are having to understand them, is what it wants you to do. What the universe wants you to do is understand them more. So it keeps putting you in a cycle of looking towards them, or looking within them. So instead of, you got to look at the source of it. You gotta follow the root system of it, and once you start following that enough, you're gonna start understanding that some stuff happened to you maybe in your youth, in your infancy, that created energetical blockages within your system that doesn't allow for the flow of energy. And if the energy in your system is not flowing, then you cannot attain to states of oneness or holiness. And if you cannot do this, then it's going to be harder for you to attain to the deep states of compassion that are natural to each and every single one of us. So start looking at more of the alarms going off, or the alerts going off, because the cyclical nature of having to dwell within states of malice, or whatever it may be, suffering, states of suffering, is a type of an alarm. It's going off constantly, and this is like a cycle. It's just going off, and it's going off, and it's going off. It's trying to wake you up to something. It wants you to understand that you need to wake up, you need to become aware, and you need to start putting attention onto what is causing you damage, or keeping you in that cycle of suffering, which usually, once again, is related to trauma. Okay, so you got to start diving into the shadow. You got to start diving into your shadow. It's all it's beyond surface level, so you got to give up trivial living, and you got to go into the darker areas of your life, and you got to accept why you're like this, or why you're in you're a certain way. You got to just look at it, and you gotta accept it too. You gotta love it, because behind all of that is love. Once again, permeating it all is compassion and kindness, peace. Okay, this is even going beyond our survival, because everything is energy, and in our center, in the center of our being, if we are living in our center, it's very, very simply understood that everything is energy. Okay, and energy is, it never dies, never is born either. It's eternal in its nature, so there's no reason for it to ever fear. Okay, and fear is an illusion as well. It only arises with lower vibratory rates. Okay, to put on some type of entertainment for the Godhead. But fear is an illusion that doesn't really exist, because it's eternal in nature, and as you start living an eternal life, or as you start living eternally, fear, it dissolves away completely, because there's nothing to fear, you know. So then only love arises, only compassion for another, and only peace remains, you know, silence, and even kindness for another person, you know. And this is the true nature of us. This is higher dimensional as well, because these are nature. This is a nature that comes with higher dimensional understanding. Okay, being able to dissolve away any type of illusion is coming to open up your crown chakra. And as you're able to open up your crown chakra, you're going to start experiencing universal consciousness, or universal oneness. And with this experience is deep states of compassion as well, deep states of kindness, you know, to the point where you're unable to speak of it, because it goes beyond words. It's um, pure feeling, you know, the divine femininity. Okay, but that's going to be it for today's video. Once again, I hope you all did enjoy. Practice compassion today. If you are watching the video, practice compassion. So just remain tolerant of any routine intolerable situations going throughout your life, because chances are, if something is happening to you subjectively over and over that you cannot tolerate, and it just causes you anger, and it breeds corruption and malice within you, then chances are it's trying to tell you that you need to just look at it and understand it, instead of trying to stray away from it, you know. So tolerate it more often, and learn to love it, because on a deeper level you already do love it, you know. It's just that you may not want to love it, so you try to avoid it. And in that avoiding, you're acting as though you hate it, you know, only to disguise the love, the deep love that is already there, you know, which comes with like taboo. The taboo, you know, the taboo is something we all are very fascinated with, and are very deeply in love with, but it's not always accepted. So maybe we like to act as though um, we don't love it, you know. And this may breed some type of deeper entanglement that can cause suffering, you know, because it comes with attachments and whatnot. So practice compassion. It's very, very simple. Just stay mindful throughout the day, and anytime you feel as though you want to snap, just take a breath and respond compassionately. Okay, because this is what you already want to do. It's very much easier than snapping egotistically and embarrassing yourself on some level, you know. So it's very much easier, and it's very much more healthier for you to just be compassionate and peaceful, instead of snapping and acting like an infant about things, you know. But we all have this at the same time, so take your time. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Once again, peace out, one love, and have a great morning.